across 19 years.
19 years.
It is hard to imagine how time flies so fast. We were just talking about this and how when we first started off in the living room, 12 people, and I had no idea what I was doing at all. I couldn't believe people were actually sitting there listening to me. And I did not have anything to preach on. I just stood in the middle of the living room with my notes. I had a yellow pad in my hand, and I'd be holding it and preaching and holding and preaching and looking. And so, but those were good times. And I remember how we said, okay, well, let's maybe go into a facility. And so we went to the elementary school right behind our house.
Yes.
So we go into the elementary school.
Burton Elementary.
Burton Elementary. And when we get into the elementary school, it is so huge. It is gigantic. And so we were like, oh my gosh, you know, how 10 to 12 people, we're going to get swallowed up in this. But we knocked on doors. And we passed out flyers, and we stood on the corner, and we waved to people and handed out flyers at the stop signs in the neighborhood. And we looked up, and people started coming in.
Started coming, yeah.
And so just week after week, more and more people were coming to the church, and you know, just some highlights. I think over the 19 years, I remember when we moved into the strip center, and some of you all will remember that. And we were saying, how in the world can we afford to be in the strip center? Yeah. And we were praying, and God just opened up a door supernaturally. We had no chairs. We didn't have anything. And one of the members said that their mom had a bunch of chairs, and so they delivered a bunch of fold-out chairs.
Yeah, we had our fold-out chairs.
And we put all these fold-out chairs. We still have 20 of them right now.
Yes.
But we had all these metal fold-out chairs, and you know, we were able to have service that first Sunday in the strip center. And just year after year, God showed His grace and His mercy.
And He kept using just the members of the church to come along and to just make the difference, from the chairs to, you know, helping with the flyers to building that first stage in the strip center. I remember one of our members was an engineer, and he drew out the plans and constructed the stage, and just, you know, moment by moment, every place that God blessed us to minister from, we had that same question. Lord, how in the world are we going to afford this? But God always provided. He always came through. He always comes through. And I remember at the time when we started, we only had 3 kids. You know, so half of our crew, was there. The other half wasn't there. And so it just shows you how faithful God has been. As He's added to the church, He's added to our family as well.
He has. And you know, I remember we've been through a couple of hurricanes. I remember how, as everybody was evacuating, that the church opened up its doors. Some of you all may remember this. It was contraflow on all of the highways. Everybody's trying to leave. Many people were stuck in front of the church off of Highway 6, stranded for hours. The church was able to have food and water. They were able to use the restrooms and be prayed for, and our doors were open. And so God, again, used the church to be a blessing. I remember we were in a facility, a secondary facility off of Highway 6, and we renovated it. And so, oh my gosh, I remember going into the facility
Yeah.
and seeing like some big snakes.
Oh my gosh. There are so many snake
Oh
incidents
my gosh! Right
that I
before
missed.
service,
The Lord
I'm
just
like, no.
divinely shielded me
Oh yeah.
from
that was funny.
actually seeing the live snakes.
But we're trying to chase the snakes down
man.
and get the snakes out of before service started.
Nobody knew.
Nobody knew. Pastor come out sweating. You know, I just threw the snake out the back door. You know.
Oh my God.
But that was funny, right? But you know, out of that facility, being able to service hundreds, thousands of families, feeding them with partnerships. And we've had so many great partnerships
We have.
over the years, from partnerships with feeding people, partnerships with vacation Bible schools, sports camp, partners, mission trips. So, I mean, it has just been an adventure, and it's been great to see many of the Cross members still with us today.
Yes.
And still having fun. I was talking to one of the Cross members just the other day, and she was saying how she can remember what year it is for anniversary because it's 1 year less than her child.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so, or 1 year more than her child. I think it's 1 year more than her child.
Because we remember when she was pregnant.
Right, and and so standing in her apartment, praying for her, being able to, you know, be a blessing, and all the people that we've been able to marry,
Right.
all the families, all the
we've
kids
seen graduate,
grow up. Now they have families.
Yes.
Oh
yes.
my
They're
gosh.
taller than we are. It's just amazing to see the growth in the families, the growth in our family, the growth in the church, not just physically,
That's right.
but spiritually.
Yeah.
It's been such a blessing. It's been a roller coaster ride.
Yeah.
But you know what?
Yeah.
Roller coaster rides are an adventure.
Yeah.
They can be fun if you let them be fun. And they add so much to your life, you know. So we have enjoyed this roller coaster ride of ministry.
Yeah.
And it's all been because of the Lord,
That's
first
right.
and foremost.
That's right.
But also because of each one of our precious and amazing members.
That's right. That's right. And, you know, I think being able to share with everybody, you know, just, you know, a look back and some of the thoughts about ministry and, you know, some of the things that we've learned. You know, one of them that comes to mind is, you know, the church's small inconvenience can mean the world to somebody else. And from doing crosswalks to standing on the corner with the cross, to knocking on doors over these 19 years, we have met some incredible people. We have seen people stay at the church. We've seen people get married and move, you know. Some wonderful leaders and praise singers and ministers, you know. It has been great. And, you know, every church has its ups and downs. But overall, God has sustained us. When crashes happen from the mortgage company, and when that crash happened, when the economic crash happened, I don't care what it was, that the church rallied together. And so, you know, we always laugh about this, how God tends to give us our biggest growth in the times that are the leanest, you know, in society. And so I don't know what that is. I think he's playing a joke on us most of the time. But it just proves that is him. Right?
And at those times when it's our biggest challenge, the time when we think that it's like, okay, Lord, how are we going to overcome this? Is when he steps in and proves that it's all in his hand. That Crossing Point is his church, and that Crossing Point Church is a family. And just like families have people who stay and people who move away, you're still family. So we still have so many friends that we count as they may not be members of the cross, but they are part of the cross family,
Right.
whether they're miles and miles away.
Sure,
and that's
sure.
an amazing thing.
And that's what's so great about, when the church started the Cross E-Campus,
Yeah.
is that we have members all over the nation.
Yeah.
We have people looking all over the world, that follow us,
Yeah.
follow the church, and that's amazing with technology. As we end, and we want to definitely share some videos from some of the members, just talking about their experience at the church. So I'm excited to see that in a second. One of the things that I'm really excited about is our new location and where we are now. I mean, God supernaturally opened up a door, and the church rallied together. And I always laugh because I know the church is saying, man, our pastor, woo, man, he is a dream big guy.
You are a man of faith.
Oh my gosh. And so I laughed the first time we walked into that empty warehouse.
Yeah.
And everybody was so excited. They walked in, and everybody, you could tell they were trying to hold that smile without frowning, and crying. It was like, oh my gosh, how are we going to get this together? And I'm like, it's going to be this, and man, we're going to have a stage there, and it's going to be that, and oh my gosh.
Yeah.
And you could just see people go, oh, pastor,
Words of a true visionary.
Yeah, but I'm telling you, we prayed, and we just... and it came to pass.
It did.
God blessed.
Yeah.
And so now we're able to worship in a wonderful facility.
Yeah.
And we added on the other part, which is the new building, which is a 3A center.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so where it's going to be a community center, for the entire community.
Yeah.
And so, once again, everybody was like, oh man, Pastor. But this time, they were kind of like, okay, because we did it the first time. We can do it a second time. So I'm so excited about that.
Yeah, I am too. And one thing that I've learned in these years is like, if you're going to dream big, you might as well dream big for the kingdom.
For the kingdom.
Because
That's
God
right.
is big enough.
Yes, He is.
To make it happen.
Yeah, and He has.
And He has. He's done it over and over again. So that's what fuels our faith and our ability to dream big, because we serve a big God.
Yeah.
And if we either go big or go home, and when we go home, we're going home with Jesus.
That's right. I
And
like
so He's
that.
called us to do some big things. And so we're excited about the vision that God has placed on your heart, and that we as the members are undergirding and supporting and pushing. The Lord told you to write the vision and make it plain. And so we as the members, our responsibility is to run with it. And so I'm excited about running another 19, 20 years.
Another 19, 20 years. Woo, glory. Well, we just wanted to take time. I wanted to take time along with the First Lady and just say we love you. We are so proud of you, Cross, and just how heartfelt everything you do in the church is. How genuine you are. And it just makes it easy to be your pastor. And so we just love you. We just thank you. And I just want to congratulate you along with the First Lady on 19 wonderful years. Let's keep it going.
Yeah. Happy anniversary, Cross.
Happy anniversary.
Hello, CrossingPoint family. President Charles Stubbs here. The church has meant to me a loving, caring family with the leadership of Dr. Hayes and First Lady Shannon Hayes and the members as well.
Yes, and it's been a place for us to celebrate some great milestones in our family. Pastor Hayes married Charles and I, not once but twice, and Chauncey was baptized at the church as well, and many other milestones. So we thank you all, and happy church anniversary. We love you.
Hey, Crossing Point family, we just want to wish you guys a happy anniversary. Happy anniversary, Pastor Craig and First Lady Shannon. We just want to thank you guys for always being an inspiration for us, for always praying for us, for teaching us the Word of God and being so authentic.
And we thank you guys for always being there for us, being a listening ear, being able to answer any questions that we may have. And I thank Pastor Hayes for mentoring me and giving me good literature to read to better myself and my family. We appreciate you guys a lot. We wish you the best, and we wish you many more anniversaries.
We love you guys, and we thank you for teaching us to love big, and we can't wait to see what God has in store for you guys. Thank you, Crossing Point family.
Hello, Crossing Point. I just want to say how much we love you guys. I want to say how much Pastor motivated me to stay in my word, follow the scriptures, and do what I'm supposed to do on a daily basis, and I appreciate that. Thank you, Pastor.
Just as Casey said, I'm so grateful for First Lady and Pastor Hayes and Crossing Point as a whole for being such a motivating factor in our lives. Again, thank you guys so much.
We love you guys.
We love you guys.
Hi, my name is Rashida Jones, and I've been a member of Crossing Point Church since 2016. We moved to Houston in 2014, and one of the first things that I began to do was look for a church home for my family and I. We looked and visited so many churches in the Houston area, and when we found Crossing Point, I knew that that was home. In particular, Crossing Point means so much because during 2020, it just really showed me how wonderful of a ministry and of a family it truly is. I am so thankful for all of the different support mechanisms that the church put into place during such a tough time in 2020. In particular, the daily devotions just meant so much to me and really helped me get through such a trying year in 2020. So I am just so grateful to Pastor Hayes and First Lady Shannon for continuing to be visionary leaders and just to be so grounded in Christ and to really be a Bible teaching church. And so I just want to wish the church a happy and wonderful anniversary. And I am just so proud to be a member of Crossing Point Christian Church. And I just want to leave you with, I pray that the church continues to prosper and that bigger and better things are to come. And I leave you with our church model of just love big. Thank you and have a blessed day.
Oh my gosh, those were so awesome and such great testimonies from just a few of the Cross members. And man, when I hear those, I mean, it just, it just gets me right in the heart to hear the love that everybody has for the church. And that's how it's supposed to be.
That's how it's supposed to be. We truly are family. So Cross family, we love you. This anniversary service and celebration is not just about us, it is all about you because you are the church. So now, as we are closing out this special time of looking back and remembrance and special words of encouragement and reflection, now it's time for us to worship. So next up, on your live feed as we close out this segment, next up you will be able to enter into worship live with us as we celebrate the Lord for His blessings. So as we close out here, next up on your feed, just click on the live stream and we'll be ready to worship and celebrate Jesus Christ for the amazing things that He has done, that He is doing, and that He will do through the cross. Happy anniversary.
Happy anniversary. Hey, let's go to worship.